My name is Michael Weir, I'm the manager of Open Heart International. My role is to manage the organisation. Open Heart International is a volunteer-driven organisation. It started as a response when people saw a need and felt really compelled to do something about it, and it's still the same today. We put together volunteer teams and we go to developing countries and we provide assistance, whether that's individual surgery for things that they can't do, or we train and develop them so that they can actually do that particular thing in the future. So it was 2009. I'd spent 13 years working in the general insurance industry, had lots of different jobs, mainly in sales and relationship management. The GFC had hit, things were really tough. It was quite emotional at times, and I was doing some volunteer work in the international development world and thought, well, I wonder if there's an opportunity to mix passion and work together. And I saw the job advertised, and all of a sudden I was in a third interview and thinking I might get this job, and I'd be really disappointed if I didn't. I went to Cherrybrook Technology High School, and like most 16, 17-year-old guys, not really too sure what I wanted to do in life, and had the opportunity to join an insurance company, and what really was supposed to be a 12-month job while I worked out what I wanted to do ended up being a 13-year career with the same company. There's always, I guess, something missing for me. I always wanted a job that I was really passionate about, that aligned with my values about leaving a legacy in the community, and it was my volunteer work that kind of spurred on that desire to match up what I was doing voluntarily and my values with my employment. There was a real turning point in 2008, and that really changed my perspective on everything, and it was something that I really wanted to then be a part of, not just as a one-off, but really continue to be involved in that sort of work that made such an amazing difference to people in need. We've worked in 14 different countries to date. Those projects have been identified through connections and volunteers and people that really wanted to champion a need that they saw. There's so many needs out there, and it would be impossible for OHI to respond to all of them. But one of the key things that we look for is a committed volunteer team here in Australia that would be willing to take on the project, and also that there's people in the countries that we're going to that have the ability and capabilities to support what we're doing, and that they actually want to be a part of the response and part of something that they want to see changed in their community. So it's not necessarily about us just going and imposing ourselves, it's about us really going and helping those people do something and make change in their communities. I've learned extraordinary patience. Working in developing countries, the timelines and timeframes are simply not what you would expect here in Australia. So we need to work in the timeframes that are realistic for the countries that we're working in. I've also learnt with volunteers to work with different people and spend time to understand what's really important to them and the drivers and the key points about what they want to be involved in. And if you can harness all of those things together, you can really get great momentum in the direction that you want to go.